Hello my friends, SAmaryllis here to play the demo of Land Above, Sea Below. This was actually, I believe, released during the Steam Next Fest. Welcome to Eternal Autumn, I think that's the level name. It was actually released during Steam Next Fest, but I didn't get around to playing it before the festival ended. But as I was going through all of my demos on my downloaded library, I realized this one was still playable. So we're gonna go ahead and give this demo a try. So it says to move the camera with holding down mouse 1 and also WASD. Zooming the camera is with the scroll wheel, and then rotating the camera is by holding down mouse 2 and turning it around. First thing we are going to do is create synergies. Place at least 5 tiles, place tiles to achieve 2 times 2 synergy, times 3, and times 4 synergy. I am not sure what that means, but I am assuming this game is fairly similar to Romantic. It has at least the same hexagonal look to it. This wants a forest, I think. And it appears I can only place it in a couple spots. And I'm assuming all of the parts that light up are the ones that are impacted. So I don't know if I can get very many synergies here. I wanted to put it next to the tree tile, but it doesn't look like I'm able to. So we'll just go ahead and try and put that down there. We have more forests. I don't know what the bar means. I think the bar means it matches. I don't know if that is a synergy or not, but if it's matching, then we'll go ahead. I think my assumption earlier about the parts lighting up is not correct, because if these are all forests, I would have expected all of these to light up as I put this tile down, but it's not, so still figuring things out here. We're getting a whole lot of forest tiles, and I'm going for whatever gives me like the little bars next to them as well, because I'm assuming that's giving me more points, like with Romantic and even Bubblegum Galaxy, which was another game I tried during the Steam Next Fest, which was another tile placement game. Usually, that's a times 3. So why here? Oh, okay. So synergy, I think, in this game is the same as like perfect alignment on placements. So the reason the stuff wasn't lighting up was because I wasn't fulfilling the quest. So now that I have done a times 3 synergy, it will light up and cross that off my list. So if I want to do times 4 synergy, I think I have to do kind of like a inward placement. So put one in here. Well, that's times 6, but you get the idea. Oh, so I need to do times 4 exactly? Okay. Times 6 is not allowed. So we'll go here and do times 4. Skipping ahead is frowned upon. Water level rises after each season. So that's a different thing compared to Romantic or Bubblegum Galaxy or other tile placement games, is that there's water rising. So we need to raise our island at least 3 times and then raise the Tree of Fall. So the Tree of Fall is this center piece right here that was quite large. I really like the ribbons on it. That's an aesthetic that I also really liked from Risk of Rain on the, I don't know what map that's called, but the really pinkish map. That's always really annoying to find the teleporter on because the sparkles blend in. So I need to raise at least 3 times, and I don't know what raising means. If I just place it on top of a tile, does that count as raising? No. So I'm unsure what raising means. I can't do anything with these tiles that have already sunk. And I need to make sure that I raise the Tree of Fall. So I don't really know how to raise. I raised the tree. Okay, so the tree has been raised, and I did it just by putting lower lands next to it. I'm not entirely sure how the raising mechanic works. Season 1. Okay, so that was just letting us get started and get used to things. Now we're starting on our own. So we'll want to make sure that our tree gets raised, I think. The tree is important. Okay, so that is... I'm assuming this is going to get flooded. Is that what that icon means? Is a flood risk? I wish it would tell me. Autumn River. Rivers keeps itself and adjacent tiles of their own type above. Oh, that went too fast. Okay, so if I'm already going to give one piece of feedback is please let me click to progress, especially when I'm reading instructions. Pressing escape does give you some information. So gameplay basics. Land Above, Sea Below is a turn-based landscape building game. Place tiles to expand the island and raise tiles by creating synergies with more than 3 connecting tiles. I think that is missing an A. Okay, so this explains it. If I connect or create synergies with more than 3 connecting tiles, that will raise the land. The sea level will rise at the end of each season, so make sure the Tree of Fall is higher than the sea level. The game ends when the Tree of Fall gets flooded. There does not need to be a comma there. You need to choose your strategy wisely and plan ahead. Okay, so synergy is the number of neighbors with the same type. More area affected, the more points you get. And it will do chain reactions. A tile can only be raised once on each day. Okay, so there's a BE missing here, and then raised. So it's raised and rise, which I understand can be confusing in conjugation. If we want to keep with the word rise, we could say a tile can only be risen once each day, perhaps, but I think to speak more naturally, it would be a tile can only be raised once on each day. So we've got seasons. Each season has 7 days. Score. We always want things to be next to each other. Event cards can be reached by doing score objectives. And cards can be used even more than once per day. So drought, a new dawn. Skip the current tile, plant a new tree. Raise Tree of Fall tiles. Special tile. And then there's also mini objectives. You can earn additional days by completing mini objectives. The task is always shown on the marker above the tile. Depending on the difficulty of the objective, you may be rewarded with 1, 2, or 3 days and bonus points. Okay. Tree of Fall. That must survive. That's the king if we're talking in chess analogies. Reefs. Okay, so reefs were what were preventing me from placing things. Autumn Forest. Autumn River. You can't raise the tile for river. Longer your river is, the more score you get. There's something with the grammar here. We should probably say something like the longer your river is, comma, the higher your score. Something like that. Okay, and everything else is locked. So there's options here, there's tile info. Okay, so accept and cancel are the same. Maybe they shouldn't be the same button bind. Pressing escape. I don't know what the previous screen said, but it's too late for me now. So we'll put... I don't know if there's a way for me to rescue this tile. It might be too late for that tile. We got another river. Yeah, I blocked off. I think that's a reef now, I think is what it is. So in any case, oh, we can also see what's upcoming. Are these the tiles that we have upcoming? So these are all rivers after this. Okay, either way, I need to raise the tree one more level. So is that going to increase water? What kind of tile is this? I wish I understood what tile this was. Oh, it's telling me to raise the tile higher? Confused. If it's like low, is it warning me it's going to drown? I need to worry less about, well, maybe the bonuses are fine. I was like, I need to worry less about bonuses and more about making sure my tree gets raised. So New Dawn is get 1 extra day before the end of the season. I want the extra day. I think my tree is going to be okay for one more turn, so I'm going to keep going on this river. And then I have a house tile, I think it is. I don't understand where to put this. So it is going to be a combo breaker. That is, I think that's the intention of this tile. It does have a tree, but it doesn't seem to be aligning with any of the other trees that are shown. So, okay, I'm putting you down. Good luck, buddy. You're gonna, you're going to perish. You are also going to perish. Okay, goodbye, you guys sank. Season 3. So, unless these are the tiles that are coming up, it's like a whole bunch of greenhouses and then one orange. So my tree is still okay, but I'm like wondering if I wish it would let me hover to see what that help text is. Like, what does that say? Surround with the same types on the marker. Okay. Confusion. Surround with the same types on the marker. Oh, does this one have a quest on it? Okay, so it wants, that's what that meant. It wasn't the number of tiles coming up. This one is a quest. So it wants 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 greens together and then 1 orange with it. So this is my 1 orange. And then it wants a whole bunch of greens. So I'm going to go over here and raise some tiles instead. I don't know what, so another piece of feedback in addition to please let me, okay, so it has to, remember I have to do 3 synergies to raise tiles. In addition to please let me progress when I'm ready to on the instructions and making sure the hovers are actually visible. I don't remember what my third thing was going to be. Sorry, never mind. So we'll put this here. And then I need 2 more greens next to that one. These are going to be flooded. This is also a flood risk. How do I raise that tile? I don't know if this is... I don't think that's a tree type. The one I just put down. Maybe it is a tree type, I can't tell. Oh, also this is the last day, so I think whatever I choose, something's gonna flood. So I did not fulfill this quest. We're going to the next season. River Village was unlocked. Rivers keep... Yeah, please pause on that screen. Also, there's just something with the grammar there that's wrong. So instead of saying rivers keep, we should probably say river tiles keep. Because, yeah, the rivers plural is weird. So this is a lake, it looks like. We'll put that there. More lake. It will not come out of the lake. Okay, I really need to make sure... Oh, it's steadily raining right now. We can skip a card. Oh, that's tiny text. Get one extra day before... The hover is silly. Get one extra day before the end of the season. So it's... If I get a certain score... Oh yeah, if I reach a certain score, then I will get those bonuses. So I've been playing like it's more like DOF Romantic, where I want to make the edges line up, but I think it's going to be way more important for me to make sure I'm actually raising my island. Because a lot of my tiles I'm putting down are getting flooded. So we'll put something there, put something here, and then this tile type is, I was going to put it here, but I guess I can't. I'll put this here, and then hopefully this will... Oh, I forgot river tiles cannot be raised. Okay, that was my fault there. Alright, well that was a bad season. A lot of stuff is getting flooded. Season 5! Okay, no instructions this time. So I have a whole lot of village pieces. And I need to make sure that I raise things here. More rivers. What does this say? Surround with the same types on the marker. Okay, so this one only wants green. I guess it's not village type? Is it village type? Maybe green is just like grasslands? I don't know. Put that there. Put that there. And if I do 3 of a type, it will raise an island. Raise that. Okay. New Dawn. I should use these cards. I'll use another day. Oh. How do I use this? It's not letting me use it, and I'm left clicking. Maybe I have to use it at the end of the season? I don't know. Okay, I am trying to raise these, but it's not going super well. So the river tiles cannot be raised. This is lakeland over here. Also not raising. I guess rivers and lakes cannot be raised. And then I have one here that raises things. Can I drought? Okay, so I was able to use drought. I don't know why I'm not able to use New Dawn, but yeah, maybe it's because I'm still not done in terms of days. Well, we can finally raise our village tiles. We have more rivers. More rivers. I'm not entirely sure how to strategically use rivers because they don't raise land. So like, how am I supposed to use them? It wants... Okay, it only wants one green tile, I guess. Next season. Okay, I wasn't paying attention in days. I should have tried using New Dawn. So we have this tile. We have more rivers. Yeah, like, am I supposed to use the rivers in some way to, like, strategically keep areas from flooding? Because I don't understand how to use rivers to my advantage. Should I just skip the river cards? Let's just skip a river card. Because I feel like it's just using up my days without letting me actually raise any lands that I need to raise. So I do not understand. Green. A lot of green quests I'm not fulfilling. Season 8. I mean, the tree seems to be in good shape, but all my villages are immediately flooding. It's very poor, poor urban planning, environmental planning. I don't want river tiles. I don't understand how to make these useful to me. I can finally raise the village just a teensy bit. I don't know how to fulfill this quest. Where are the open edges here? Why can't I put this down? Grain. River. Yeah, I just don't understand how to use rivers. Village wall. Special buildings keep themselves and adjacent tiles of their own type above sea level. Alright, good luck. This is going to flood if I don't do anything. Well, it's going to flood. Goodbye. Alright. How do I fulfill this quest? Where can I put this tile that will fulfill this quest? One more river. So what does this want me to do? Are there too many golds next to it? Is that why it's mad? So I'm having a very hard time, first of all, understanding how to play the game. That's already a given based on what you watched so far. But I'm also having a hard time understanding what I'm supposed to prioritize. Because there's these like quests on these tiles, there's making sure stuff doesn't flood, and to make sure stuff doesn't flood, I need to make sure to build in a way where I can get 3 of a type together. But I'm not doing a very good job at that. So I'm going to give up on this quest because I think not drowning is more important. Did that not raise? I thought I had 2, 3 that were right next to it. Okay, where was my other village wall? Is it here? Okay. So I was hoping when I put a tile there, it would be like a 3 of a kind. And it would raise things. Cause yeah, here, can I New Dawn? Can I use this? Okay, maybe I have to use New Dawn on the very last day. So, synergies, yeah, the neighbors must be the same. So, and the level only rises when it has 3 or more next to each other. So I'm like having a hard time. Okay, so this would raise it because it's 3 synergies. And it already previewed how much higher it would go. Yeah, the way I like to build based off of Doth Romantic is like doing it very compactly and not having too many peninsulas. But I think in this game mode, you must have peninsulas because otherwise I just broke that quest, I guess. Because otherwise you will not be able to raise levels. So like you have to trust that whatever next tile you get, I guess it tells you in advance what tile you're going to get. You have to trust and or realize the next tile you're going to get is whether or not it's going to help you raise the tile. And I guess you would decide if you want to use a skip or not there. Do a straggler, and we'll do another straggler just to raise the level. Game end. I don't know why the game ended. So I got probably a very paltry score because I didn't understand the game. So I guess I'll give my thoughts. The first one is, I think aesthetically, visually, I think the game is very beautiful. I already commented on it, but I thought the center tree, I forgot what it was called, the fall tree of fall. I thought the tree of fall was very beautiful. I really like the banners that were flowing in the wind. I think the gradients are very beautiful, and each tile aesthetically looks nice. I think the music too is nice. No qualms with the music. Has a good energetic vibe to it, relaxing. In terms of things I might suggest improving, the first one, as I mentioned before, was if there's instructions or like flavor text about like a new season starting, please let the player click a button to continue. It went by way too quickly for me to read, so I had no idea what it said both times that it happened. Second thing is that some of the captions were really hard to read, or maybe I was trying to hover on the wrong place, but hard for me to read the hover captions. It was also hard for me to tell what each of the icons meant. Normally if I didn't understand an icon I would hover over it, but like in this case I don't think that worked. Or maybe it was just something funny with how the hovering was going. And then overall I think the concept of a steadily rising sea level could be interesting, but for me I had a hard time just understanding the base game mechanics. Maybe it's just something to do with the way I learn or something, but yeah, I just had a hard time even understanding how to play the game, especially since there seems to be like competing priorities in terms of like the little quests on some of these tiles that come up, as well as like I feel like I don't have time to do any of these little quests. Like it was like pointless to spend any of my time doing these. I also don't even know what reward I even get. Maybe I get like a card or something. Yeah, it was like a waste of time for me to try and get these smaller quests fulfilled when like I only had 7 days, essentially 7 cards, 7 tiles to place down before like the water level would rise. So yeah, this was like, there was no way I would be able to complete any of those. I was so focused on trying to make lines of 3 so that I could not drown. I guess like another part of me not understanding the mechanics is I did not understand why I would want to use lake and river tiles, because if lake and river tiles are always like right above sea level, like to me they felt like wasted tiles. But maybe I wasn't understanding them correctly or playing them correctly. I would totally believe that because I felt like I didn't understand how to play this game the whole time. So those are my feedback items. Again, perhaps I am not the brightest bulb in the cupboard. I don't know where my analogy is, but yeah, overall I had a really hard time understanding how to play this game, but visually I think it's very promising and very beautiful, and I like the music direction that y'all took. And you know what, if this game isn't for me, that's okay. Maybe it's for someone who's a little smarter than me, and that's okay. But either way, this has been SAmaryllis playing the demo of Land Above, Sea Below. Potentially this demo is still available on Steam depending on how long they keep this up, so you might be able to check it out yourself if this is a game that you're interested in. I hope you had a good time and you have a great day. Remember to be kind to yourself and to others. Goodbye.